If y'all hate myself so much, you hate my supporters so much, you hate the people that commentate on this stuff so much, even the stuff that you support out of spite, it ain't nearly to the degree of what y'all tweeting all day.
Hey guys, welcome to Talks with Kenny. Here today we'll be reacting to Eric July's SJWs Don't Buy Books. I love his take on this. I watched a few minutes and I thought it would be an interesting video to react to, but let's get into it.
Great. Twitter, leftist, TikTok, probably could throw in maybe some other forms of social media in there. Illusions is what it's all about. Smoke. It's about mirrors. It's about conjuring up a narrative, a world that you want to exist, that you actually, be it subconsciously, consciously, whatever you want to call it, you know that it's just simply not real. I'm still a commentator. Let me comment on that real quick.
Yeah, before he go into his point, I noticed that a lot. Like people who are on the political left, they do, I guess, the easiest thing to do, right? You just show support, right? Show, I could retweet. Oh, I could post black squares on my Instagram, when the whole BMN thing was going on. And I was like, this doesn't do anything. This doesn't help anybody. You're just acting like you're doing something. And they acted so virtuous. Oh, if you're not doing this, your silence is violence. And I didn't do it. I didn't do the black square on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my whatever. And people were actually giving me heat. Oh, Kenny, I see you not doing it. I'm like, no, bro. Like, how is that going to help us? How's that helping the black community? Like, I'd rather you say, hey, donate to this. I donated $10 to this. I donated $50 to this. You never hear them. They never talk with, the money, put your money where your mouth is. You won't hear that from a leftist. I'll tell you that. You won't hear that from a leftist. And this is why they get so mad, bro, when you just do stuff. Like, yo, like, fuck it. I can't convince you. Fuck, F it. I'm going to just do it.
There's kind of ridiculous people who, when I was doing this regular content and I was saying, let's say this book, something about it is weird. Well, it was, you should shut up. Why do you talk so much about things that you don't like? Just shut up. Go start your own thing if you think you can do better. Now, nothing's changed in regard to the commentary. I've just now started a multi-million-dollar business, comic book business. And so now it's, well, they are irate at obviously the fact that I created my own business, but it's still shut up ultimately, because that's what they want me to do. Now, I'm a commentator. Maybe you're not, but I'm a commentator. So I'm not going to stop doing that just because I started a multi-million-dollar business. I don't care what my competitors do. They're not me. They don't do what I do in terms of being in the commentary space, being in having a channel, having people that actually value your opinion and value what it is that you say.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed about people who are on the left, the political left. They care a lot about what other people do. Like, I'm of the mindset that I don't worry about things that I can't control. I only worry about what I can control. Kenny, can you control what companies you apply to? Yes. Can you control your output? Yes. Can you control your skills? What you're doing? Yeah, I can. Can you worry about does the other person like you or not? No, I can't. Then why waste energy on that? That's how I prioritize things, right? And these, I guess, political leftists, or he calls them authoritarian leftists, and I tend to agree with him. Yes, they are authoritarians because they can't stand that you're not doing or not complying to their view of you. And it just, like, it pisses them off. I don't understand what it is. I think only people on the left hate watch someone. I never hate watch anybody. Like, there's not there's no one on the left I really watch like that. I know of Hassan Piker. I know of these other guys, but I don't really watch them like that. Like, just to watch and hate on them. Now, if someone asked me, hey, I want you to react to this take of theirs, I would. But other than that, I won't personally just sit there and be mad that they have opinions that I don't like. People who just be like, yo, I just want to live my life. I just want to live in here. I want to run my house the way I want to run my house. And there's people out there like, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. And they can't stand that you don't do it. And they get mad. Oh, you're black. You should be voting Democrat. Well, the Democrat Party don't have anything personally. Well, but they're too busy trying to make reality conform to their perception, to their views, instead of them complying to reality. And then reality is reality, bro. You can sit here and think all you want that magma is water. Magma is not water, and you'll learn. That's the world of reality. but you want to play World of Words. Oh, I don't define magma as this. Magma's that. You can kind of comply. Yeah, you can kind of see what analogy I'm going with this. But I've been rambling too long. Let's get back to the video.
Okay. But either way, these weirdos, as they try to conjure up this world where they like to think that they are the dominating idea, and that's kind of why the rippaverse stuff makes them so angry, because it's proof that maybe they aren't. Maybe the people that they hate so much actually do have capital unlike them and have money. But because I still do commentary, like one of the previous videos, we talked about fat poison ivy. Called her fat poison ivy because it was a fat poison ivy, bad built fat poison ivy. And they didn't take too kindly to that. They never do. Even though the point of that actual video had to do with publishing and talking about the smoke and mirrors in regards to it all. But this is the thing about social justice weirdos, and this is the part that they're going to get angry at me because they know I'm right. See, the stuff that y'all defend so endlessly against people like myself, other maybe commentators in this space, as well as just randos that you go back and forth with, that you have deemed as racist, misogynistic, homophobic, all the buzz terms, because they dare to not like whatever is going on in a comic book or a movie or something like that.
Or just have a different take on it. I run this all the time with a friend of mine. Maybe one day I'll put him on, like we'll debate or talk about it, and you'll see like what kind of craziness I deal with. I forgot what it was. We were talking about bisexual Superman, and the first thing he came out, what you guys thoughts on bisexual Superman? I was like, it's probably not a good like comic, and he was like, oh, why are you assuming that? Oh, because he's gay, that's why he's not good. I said no, but I haven't heard anything other than he is a gay Superman. With Invincible, this is during the time Invincible was like blowing up. I said, with Invincible, everyone's telling me, oh, this storyline is raw, this, that. There were other things you weren't focused on the fact that, oh, he's a straight white male. That's why we're watching the Invincibles. No, you're like, oh my God, it's crazy. Man, it's out the chain. The storyline's good. Oh my, twists and turns. And that got me, oh, okay. And I watched the Invincible. But gay Superman, I didn't hear anything like that. I said, I don't hear anything other than that he's a gay Superman. So to me, it makes me think, then it must not be interesting because the story is not why people are talking about it. And he got mad at me for saying that. He was like, oh, yeah, God, this is why these is why these comic book people don't support diversity of characters. Like, he's a big SJW fan. And I was like, look, bro, I don't watch the comic because I need the person to look like me. If it's a good story, I'm gonna watch it. I'm a manga person. I read manga. I don't read comics. I'm a manga guy. So I'm like, yo, no one looks like me in manga for the most part, but I still watch it because of what? The story. All the characters are relatable. I don't like I said, I don't see my life through the lens of my race. I see it through my ideology, my character, my views. Yo, I can relate to a character. I say, yeah, I see what Deku going through. I can relate to that. I can relate to him struggling, trying to figure out how to deal with new responsibilities. You get me? Those are what I relate to. I don't relate to, oh my God, someone who looks like me in the comics. Like, I don't get off on that. That's just me personally. Maybe you guys do. Hey, let me know in the comment section.
Like that. See, if y'all were as supportive of the stuff that you endlessly defend because you don't like the fact that we say it, in the comic book industry, we'd have far less, if you actually supported it, we'd have far less comic pros broke, having to do GoFundMes to pay for certain bills, having to, if they do have their own projects, you hear so often of these weirdos like, hey, please buy hey, look, these inclusive comics they have. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find something that really speaks to that real quick. Give me a second. But hey, here are these inclusive comics, they'll say. And the inclusive comics aren't selling, but they want you to support it out of what would the term be? Out of charity, really. Look at this. Like this guy. We've talked about him. He's guy goes to the cons. He's been, hey, thumbs up, supported by a lot of comic pros. Look at this guy right here. I still have loads of copies of Acceptable Losses and whatever name of the other book that he has, and it would be good to make a dent on those so I can empty my storage locker. and save some money each month. Basically, he's storing these comics that he can't sell. And because they can't sell, he's paying to have them stored, and that's not worth the money, and he's trying to save money. So if you like queer inclusive comics, check out my store. Look, I'm all for people, small businesses. You got to.
And this is the thing. Okay, so the political left, I think this is their problem. I made an analogy before that political leftists are like this trash talker on the court waiting to get on the basketball court. He sees you play, saying, "Oh, you're this, you're that. You can't dribble, you can't do nothing. Oh, you. If I get on the court, you won't score at all this stuff." And then when it's finally time for him to play on the court, he's like, "Oh, I actually gotta back up what I was saying on the sidelines now." And that's them. They literally say, "Oh, this is good. This is good." Okay, did you buy it? No, but they expect you to go buy it. And that's what they charitable with other people's money. I need to find that video, and I'm gonna react to that video. There was a guy, he was talking, he was like, "Hey, you support reparations? Yes, okay. How about you start donating to my black friend over here, and we start with you and donate." "Oh, I don't have any money. Oh, I just finished paying my bills. I'm broke." Like, no one talk. Like, those who believe what they believe, they claim they say they believe. When you ask them, okay, act on it. Pay the piper. "Oh, I can't pay. The person should pay it." This is why they're so big on tax the rich. Because they ain't going to come out of their pocket. That's the only reason they support that. Because it doesn't affect them personally. That's the only reason they support taxing the rich. If they're rich, they'll be singing a different tune. Right? Bernie Sanders is the perfect example of this. "We're going to tax the millionaires and the billionaires." You haven't heard him say millionaire in a while. Why? He's a millionaire now. Now it's only the billionaires now. That's how Bernie Sanders encapsulates the progressive left. Minute they're in a certain, okay, it's going to affect me. Let me not espouse that. The other guy's evil. Always happens. Let's get back into it.
Do what you got to do. However, where are y'all at? The people that defend when I don't know, talk about whatever's going on in these comics, where y'all at? This guy's broke. I'm just going to be completely honest. He don't got money like that. This isn't the first time that we've covered specifically this guy basically begging for money. And not like in, "Hey, look at this good product." It's, "I am having a rough month. Please support my stuff." So the guys that defend not defend me. No. What you do is you defend terrible content in the name of social justice because we talk against it. Where are y'all at? Why are there so many people of y'all's ilk that are like this?
They just want to argue just to argue. Like, if they know you're of the opposite political opinion, literally you can literally say the sky is blue. Well, technically the sky is clear, and it's like they'll just debate you just to argue with you. And you're sitting there like, "Yo, do I want to waste my time continuing with this?" Because you don't honestly believe what you're saying. You just mad at me at a personal level, whatever it is, and you just want to argue opposite to what I said. I could said, "Oh, women are great. Women are evil." Like, they're ready to argue with you. And it's disingenuous. Honestly, it is. Because if they, like he said, you're defending terrible content because we just pointed out, "Oh, gay Superman is not interesting enough to get people to buy their books. It's still underperforming compared to other comics. It did good 1 month because of all the whatever. And then after that, what? I don't hear about it anymore." And this is what it is. Right? And to me, that's not sustainable. You keep doing things just because, you're going to take an L. Like, DC going to take a massive L. Like, that's just the reality of it. That's not scalable. And they're done with their creative juices, it seems like, because they just keep rehashing the same characters. Now I hear there's going to be a gay Spider-Man. He just talked about fat Poison Ivy because we're trying to jump on trends instead of making an interesting story and having people gravitate to it. I don't know. But hey, if they have the money to spend or burn, they go ahead. But don't get mad at us because we support who we support, right? We just support Daily Wire, we support Rippaverse. Don't get mad at us because we put our money where our mouth is and you can't. Personal responsibility. Like, don't expect us to support your stuff. You support your stuff. It starts with you. It always starts with you. I'm just saying.
They don't have money and then have to beg for it. That's because y'all don't actually buy the products that you defend. There's more people that are actually into this stuff that may say that it's weird or talk down on it, right? That buy it more than you. I've been making this point for years. If you go to your local comic book shop, right? If you go to your local comic book shop on a Wednesday, the people that you generally don't see are the neon colored weirdos. They may be like employees of the spot, right? Of the local comic book shop, someone's niece or something. But as far as actual customers, don't take my word for it. You go yourself. You go yourself and you see the guys that go, hey, I want my pull list for the week, right? Oh, I got you, John. And they'll go back. Go look at how John looks. He doesn't look like these weirdos. I'm just being honest. What they do is make stand accounts. What they do is signal. They don't buy the products that they defend. If you can't put it in like a movie or something, and they're flaky on that anyway. But if you can't throw it in something that they can just sit there and mindlessly consume, God forbid they gotta read, forget about it, bro. Forget about it.
Oh my God. That man said, God forbid they have to read. When you get a political ideology that people with a certain worldview where they believe work shouldn't be tied to their livelihood, they be like, this should blow up just because. It shouldn't be actually good, right? Men don't work, men don't eat. They don't believe in that concept. They believe that, hey, no, we should communists. Hey, we should just get fed our money and then we should be able to be free to do whatever we want. And no, the society don't work like that. America don't work like that. America's a capitalist country as the time of this video. I don't know in the future, whatever year you watching this video, but at the time of this recording, America is a capitalist country. And capitalism only works if you work. That's it. You can't sit down and expect money to be coming in from you not doing anything. And that's not reality. But hey, whatever makes people feel better at night, right?
Forget about it. They don't support the work that they defend. Hardly ever. You remember, Tom Taylor comes out with this goofy narrative where now Superman's son is gay. Goes on his little, I don't want to call it like, I guess, tours. Let's call him that. He has his little S, rainbow S, right? So gay Superman, right? And it falls completely off. And we've covered this. Go look at the receipts. According to the people that y'all say we supposed to listen to, be it ICV2 or Comic-Con, Son of Kal-El fell off the charts. Fell off. Y'all don't like that stuff, right? Y'all may have bought in on it. Oh, hey, he's gay. So I'm going to get that one copy. It's your first comic book like ever, right? And you don't support the next one. You don't support the one after that. You don't support any of this stuff. You pretend to like it, right? This isn't stuff that you're actually into. If, as I mentioned earlier, an eighth, a tenth maybe, of the guys that will defend this goofy stuff that comes out. Oh, it's just an Elseworld story. That's why Poison Ivy's fat. Okay, if y'all actually went and purchased product, you wouldn't have a bunch of broke creators. And a lot of these creators are broke. And when I say broke, I mean pissy broke, right? Talking about, and we covered the other day, right? Comic pros in a thread. Oh, why are there people that have to do GoFundMes that work for billion-dollar companies? Obviously, speaking about Marvel and DC and their parent companies and who they're attached to. And then they have to do GoFundMes to pay for medical bills and stuff like that. That's y'all's fault.
Personal responsibility. That's what the left don't like that. They don't like responsibility. Hey, I'm not responsible for nothing. Society's responsible for taking care of me. I'm entitled to income. I'm entitled to a livelihood. I'm entitled to health care. It's not my responsibility. They don't want to take the burden of providing for themselves or supporting their causes. They expect everyone else to do it for them. And they get to just sit there and complain like spoiled, coddled children. Like, nah, bro. The world don't work that way, bro. Empirical evidence, like he pointed out, hey, you saying this thing's so good? Oh, you saying we hate it just because of X, Y, Z? Okay, look at the sales. That's objective. We didn't write it. We just pointing it out. Look at the sales. The sales, it fell off the charts, like he said. It fell off the charts. That means it wasn't a good book, period. and you just want to use, I think it's because of this factor, this is why, and you try to like shelter it, you trying to use it as a shield to cover up for a bad product. And that's why I'm saying the creativity died in the comic book section. And this is why this guy, Eric July, has a lane now. All he has to do is make a decent story, and he destroys all you guys. Because all they care about, Marvel thinks they're too big to fail. DC think they're too big to fail. So they're resting on their laurels. And that always happens. This is why I'm a big component of free market capitalism. Because the market will always decide, hey, these two guys, man, this can't be the only two. We need something new to come in and shake it up. Innovation. Rippaverse. Here you go. Y'all caused this.
That ain't us. That's y'all's fault. Y'all did that. Y'all get all these retweets and all these likes. You not spending money. I understand, and maybe you think the world, hey, look at the virtues here that I have. I'm such a great person. I'm inclusive, right? Look at this. I have a Stan account. I get the retweets. That ain't money. Never was.
They just want attention, man. That's all it is. Like, they just want attention and validation. This is why they can't stand people disagreeing with them, because you don't validate their worldview. They think, oh, everyone thinks like me, and then you come around, hey, you like barbecue chicken? No, I actually hate barbecue chicken. You're black. You're supposed to like barbecue. Bro, I don't like barbecue chicken, bro. Now, if you said lemon pepper, hey, you got me. But you want to come to barbecue for barbecue? Like, I don't like barbecue. Oh, crazy. But end of the day, that's how people who are very self-centered live. Like, to me, that's just my opinion right there. Like, I just think people on the political left are very self-centered. Well, you may say that about me, but hey, I don't really care. Like, that's your opinion. That's how you feel. I can't argue with your feelings. But the truth of the matter is that's what I see. Because I can take someone disagreeing with me. I'm saying, oh, you disagree? Okay, you disagree. You see it differently than me. But you, on the other hand, political leftists, y'all don't take disagreements too well. I can't. Are you serious? You really believe this? Yes, I do. And it's my life. It's my L to hold. If it is an L, that's my L. Why are you worrying so much about my L? That's the problem. I don't worry. I don't stress myself out over the opinions of other people, or the beliefs of other people. If you believe that I'm an idiot, hey, that's your problem. Now, if you come to try to do something to me, then that's when I have to handle you. But other than that, yeah, you freedom of speech. The positive and the negatives, I accept it all. I accept that trade-off. That I can sit here and say what I believe, and you can also sit there and say what you believe. And I may not like what you said, but I accept it. I say, hey, like that's what he said. That's his piece. I don't see it his way, but hey, it's his right to say that. And they get mad. They're like, oh my God, you can't be serious. Because then they'll sit here and act like you're being disingenuous when you're saying you stand for something. And they say, oh, but I bet if it was this, I bet it was his daughter, he wouldn't. No, I'm principles. Like, people, it seems like people can't understand it nowadays. That they can't like compartmentalize principles with, hey, I still like you, but end of the day, I don't agree with this thing you're doing. Doesn't mean I hate you. Just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I hate you. I don't know. It's just a different time we live in. I don't know what it is. Age of emotion, age of entitlement. I don't know what it is. What do you guys think it is? You think we're just too coddled as a society now? Especially our younger generation, especially my generation, millennials and Gen Z. What's you guys' thoughts on this?
You're not reaching into your pocket and supporting that work. You don't actually like this stuff. I've made this point for years, and it makes them the most irate because they know I'm right. How many guys have we caught they bluff? They try to pretend, well, I just Googled, that's just what they do. They'll Google like and become an expert on something like in 5 minutes, right? On some Wikipedia article or something like that, right? Oh, well, this it happened in the comics or something. So I'm like, hey, how about this? Show me, give me a video of you and your long boxes. Oh, I don't gotta show you nothing because you don't got no long boxes, man. You don't buy books. You don't buy this stuff. We know you don't buy it digitally, and if anything, you pirate it to get a screenshot so you can then post on Twitter or Instagram or something, but you don't actually buy this product. Either because one, you are too broke, you don't have the capital, or you just fake pretend like you actually like this stuff. You could be mad at me, call my customers all kinds of names because they showed up in numbers and purchased almost 60,000 total books from the Rippaverse's first book. But what you need to be doing is looking at, okay, how does this guy come in, present something that people want, and I don't know, they lace him up, right? They changed his life in an instant, right? They came out and supported, they bought product. Not talking about it and retweets and stuff. No, they bought the goddamn product. This is what I do that you don't. You signal. And what it does is it puts you on the side of defending a mega corporation that does not pay its artists well at all on a product that you don't even buy. So if they did have a bonus lined up, they're not going to ever hit it because you don't buy the product. My guys do. And you can be mad at me all you want, Colin. We got new and old comic book supporters, customers, whatever you want to call them. People who wanted to get in the industry, or in the hobby rather, people who have been in it. We've gotten both of them. It can be done. The difference is that my supporters put the money where their mouth was. Y'all pretend to support it, make it a viral tweet, and then that comic book is dead on arrival. Not just in content, but in sales. And money that if you're lucky, the artists or writers may see, they probably won't. But it's not like it's going to be life altering anyway. If y'all hate myself so much, you hate my supporters so much, you hate the people that commentate on this stuff so much, even the stuff that you support out of spite, it ain't nearly to the degree of what y'all tweeting all day. And that's why you mad at my customers. All his customers are brainwashed, they say. Well, number one, fuck you for saying that. Don't disrespect my customers. But you just upset because mine's byproduct. You don't.
Can I say better myself? Is competition. They don't want to compete. And that's what I noticed. They don't want to compete. This is why they're so cavalier about banning, canceling opinions they don't like. Because they don't want to compete. They don't want to actually debate. They don't actually want to argue their point or try to deconstruct what the other side is saying. I'd rather ban it. I want everyone to think like me. Monoculture. If everyone has the same opinion, what's the point? And then they will get mad at, it's politically divisive. Everyone's in echo chambers. But who's actively trying to create echo chambers? The political left. Social justice warriors just want a virtue signaling. And I agree with that point. Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me and Eric on this? Do you have your own thoughts about this? Maybe you got your own nuanced take about this. Let me know in the comment section. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.